Medical Center Sports Desk.
The Friday Night Blitz, Week 14, a rematch for redemption in Class 5A. Last year, Dutch Fork was denied a 6th consecutive state championship as Gaffney rallied for a stunning victory. Tonight, the two teams meeting again, this time for the right to play for a state title next week. Let's head up to the upstate. Tom Knotts and the Silver Foxes at the reservation for the first time. Great atmosphere for high school football. They know how to pack them in up there. And Dutch Fork actually trailed early, but eventually the Silver Foxes would get it going. Eliam Appler to Jacob Hamilton. Deep pass, move the chains, and then from there, Appler did this twice in the first half, keeps and scores. And Dutch Fork on the move, taking command. How about some defense? Javon Mack is there for the interception. And the Silver Foxes and their fans can celebrate because the ball goes back to Dutch Fork and its high-powered offense. Appler swings it out to Jarvis Green, the James Madison commit. This is what he does. You get him in space. He is so dangerous. And he takes it in. And he's in for 6. Dutch Fork on the move. And again, Tom Knotts up 40, down 40, still the same. Actually, he's not really down 40 that often, is he? And Appler to Isaiah Jones. Dutch Fork was up. They put up 30 points in the first half. And they would keep it going in the second half. There's Green again. He has a way to find his way to the end zone. And how about Dutch Fork? They go on the road, first appearance ever at the reservation. And there you see the headlines. Yeah, Dutch Fork gets it done. They are back in the state championship. They will play Fort Dorchester next week as they take out Gaffney 51-28. Here's the coach and Jarvis Green.
Everybody said how tough it was to play. We relish that. We just love that kind of stuff. They hollering at us and hooting and hollering. That just inspires us.
Feels great. I mean, we couldn't do it without the team. I mean, and Liam played an amazing game, and we just wanted to come back here and beat Gaffney and shut up all the noise, and we did that today.
So I think we played a pretty good game. There's still some things we can clean up. There's a lot of things we can do better, but put 50-some points on the board against a good Gaffney team.
Class 4A lower state championship. The top two teams in Class 4A, top-ranked South Florence, making the trip to Columbia to face number 2 AC Flora. Both teams undefeated. And AC Flora gets it going early with who else? Markel Townsend. He scores the opening touchdown for the Falcons, and former AC Flora head coach Dustin Curtis now at Dorman. Dustin was back to watch his former school. Now more from the Falcons. Second quarter, and Townsend scores from 11 yards out. And that gives AC Flora a 14-7 advantage. But Lenore Sellers, Syracuse commit, but Carolina is recruiting him hard. He comes right back, gets the passing game going, moving the chains. And then Sellers will cap off that drive with a 5-yard run. And the game is tied at 14. And I think they're fired up on the South Florence side. But AC Flora, they go back to Townsend. How about another score from Townsend? As he will power his way in now. I've lost count. How many touchdowns has Markel had in the first half? Well, let's see. Maybe he can give us a little bit of help here. Here comes Markel. How many touchdowns do you have, Markel? 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's got 3. Got the hat trick. Game was tied at 21 at halftime. Townsend had his 4th touchdown of the night in the third quarter for AC Flora, but then the top-ranked team in the state starts to separate. Sellers again with a score. He had 5 touchdowns on the night, and South Florence wins it by a final of 43-27. They will play Northwestern next week for the Class 4A state title. AC Flora's great run comes to an end. Meanwhile, for Sellers, again, he's a Syracuse commit, but the Gamecocks, again, are going after him. So he'll be back in Columbia next week. You got to figure the Gamecock coaches will be on the sidelines at Benedict Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. Class 2A Upper State Championship, Saluda on the road, taking on perennial power Abbeville. These teams have met in the playoffs 7 times in the last 10 years. Abbeville 6-1 against Saluda during that time. Late in the second quarter, 6-3 Abbeville. Quarterback Jonah McCrary takes it in for the score. PAT was missed, 9-6. Saluda on top. Then later in the second quarter, McCrary to Jamarcus Mobley, bobbles it and recovers it for the score. PAT good. Saluda up 16-6 at halftime. Key play in the third quarter. as Saluda had the ball 4th and short in Abbeville territory. They decided to go for it, and the Panthers stopped the conversion and take over on downs, and that really changed the complexion of this game. And Abbeville, this time of year, they are so tough, and they will be back in the 2A state title game as they defeat Saluda 41-16. 2A lower state championship, Andrew Jackson hosting Oceanside Collegiate. We'll start with the highlights. Oceanside deep in volunteer territory. Quarterback Edward Reidenbach hands it off to Vaughn Blue, and he will scamper in for 6. Land Sharks with the lead. Andrew Jackson possession now. Quarterback Hammond Wren hands it off to Trey Thompson. He will power his way into the end zone. Great crowded over in Kershaw, and then ensuing Shark drive, Edward Reidenbach gets flushed out of the pocket, throws across the field into the hands of the Volunteers' Cullen Ussery. He'll shrug off one man and reaches the end zone, but marked short inside the 5. Next play, Wren on the keeper, met at the goal line, but he powers his way in for the touchdown. Sharks trying to respond before the half. Reidenbach heaves it deep, but it is picked off by Ussery again. Great plays on this night, but it was not meant to be for Andrew Jackson as Oceanside Collegiate advances to the 2A title game with a 49-13 win over the Volunteers of Andrew Jackson. Again, great atmosphere over there at AJ. All right, stay with us. More sports coming up right after this.